So I was wrong about Chris Eubank Jr. I was completely wrong. I thought that Chris Eubank Jr. would go out there and show that he didn't lose a lot from that first fight. A lot was taken out of him. I was going to be able to continue to outbox Conor Benn in this rematch, but I got it completely wrong. Chris Eubank Jr. looked absolutely shot to bits, finished, offered no resistance, was feeble. Basically, I couldn't even put his punches together. He looked like he was scared of confrontation. It looked like he was too fearful of Conor Benn's power. Whereas in the first fight, he wasn't really fearful of it, and he got hit a lot more in the first fight. Actually, like you look at Chris Eubank's face in the first fight, and look at it now. You wouldn't be able to tell which fight he won and which fight he lost, right? But yeah, awful performance from Chris Eubank Jr. and the worst performance of his career. Hands down, the worst performance of his career. Even against George Groves, Chris Eubank Jr. was still trying. Chris Eubank Jr. was still trying to force the issue and try and get the win there. He wasn't, from round one, he didn't look like he was trying to win this fight at all. He was too comfortable on the back foot. And, you know, if you're just on the back foot and you're not boxing, what's Conor Benn going to do? He's going to close this and he's going to throw hands. And that's what he did. And if when Conor Benn closes the distance, you don't make him pay, what's he going to do? He's just going to continue to close the distance, continue to throw hands. And that's what he did. Because Eubank Jr. allowed him to come in close, allowed him to get his shots off, and wasn't making him pay for staying in the pocket too long. And to be fair, Conor Benn was very disciplined in this fight, and he wasn't staying in the pocket for too long. You know, he was very measured compared to, you know, how we've seen Conor Benn fight previously. He was very measured, very disciplined in this fight. But again, it's easy to be disciplined in a guy who's offering you no resistance. Do you know what I mean? What was Chris Eubank Jr. doing that was causing Conor Benn even slight issues? Nothing. He wasn't moving. You know, if you're being defensive, you know, it doesn't necessarily mean you have to throw shots back, but often offense is the best form of defense. But say he's not even throwing shots back. He's not even moving. He's not even being a hard target to hit. You know, he's moving about a bit, but Conor Benn was far quicker, far more explosive, was able to get in and out a lot quicker. And Chris Eubank Jr. just had nothing for Conor Benn. And again, I'm saying if you're doing that, if you're fighting like that against a guy who's 2 weight divisions smaller than you, God forbid you fight Canelo. Honestly, God forbid. Honestly, if Chris Eubank Jr. was to win this fight, the worst thing for him to do would have been to fight Canelo next, because Canelo would have put a beating on him that definitely would have ended his career. His career should end after this fight. Chris Eubank Jr.'s career should end after this fight. He shouldn't fight again. He's cooked. He's finished. He's done for. But if he was to fight Canelo next, and that fight's not going to happen because Eubank Jr. is coming off a loss. But if he was, like I said, if he was to win this fight and fight Canelo, Canelo would have beat the brakes off this dude, and it would have been bad. It would have been a real beatdown. But yeah, I was wrong about Eubank Jr. I thought Eubank Jr. was going to be able to outbox him. I thought Conor Benn had some glaring issues in his game, which seemingly he remedied. You know, he used his jab a lot more, something that he didn't do at all. And actually, this is something I talked about in my preview, where Conor Benn wasn't setting up his punches, and it was super easy for Eubank Jr. to counter him in the first fight, and that was what won Eubank Jr. the fight, the slick counters and making him pay. Conor Benn started using his jab, which is kind of crazy that a guy at this point in his career can get as far as he's got without really having a jab. But he used his jab, used it to the head, used it to the body a lot. The jab to the body was really nice. That was really good work from Conor Benn. But like I said, Chris Eubank Jr. had literally no answer for him, and he's got steamrolled for 12 rounds. So yeah, I think Chris Eubank Jr. is absolutely cooked, absolutely finished. I don't think he should fight again. Let me know what you guys think of Chris Eubank Jr. in the comments below. Do you think he should fight again, or do you think that's it for him? Let me know what you think in the comments below. Another episode of the Seth Solo Side Quest in the bag, and I'm out. Peace.